Crystal!
But it's true. I'm not sure where Bellinger is.
Hell, we didn't know where.
Oh, please put the guns away.
Yeah, well, fat bloody chance we gotta find a Ballinger if the screw's gonna play down.
Look, I'm not. I just don't know where she is.
Everybody, a lot of trouble if you just tell us where she is.
Then what is going on? There's no time to explain. Just get to your cells and close the doors. It's for your own safety. Now get to your cells and stay there.
Shut up, all of you!
Where'd they go?
It's a breakout, it's gotta be. I reckon we better do what she says. Come on, let's go. No way! Move, Hallie! And all of you, stay in your cells till I tell you otherwise. Now get going and keep quiet.
Never seen a freak like that before. Something's up.
Nice of you to invite me in. What'll we do with this lot?
We'll lock them all in a room somewhere. Where can we put them? I said, where can we put them?
The Rec Room's not far.
All right, you lead the way. Come on, move!
The one by the door. You get his attention, I'll grab the gun.
Don't be so bloody stupid, there's 4 of them. It's too risky.
Well, I'll do it myself. Ballinger's not getting away.
You bitches are more stupid than you look. Come on, move, move.
Aren't you going to wish me bon voyage? Lousy bitch.
Ballinger, come on.
Looks like you lost again, Ferguson, and we're paying for it.
Shut up! Stop your noise!
Quiet, please, ladies. We're trying to hear if anything's happening.
Hey, Miss Ferguson, why don't you let me try and pick the lock? Well, I reckon I could remember after all these years.
It's the sort of senseless thing that got you in here in the first place, isn't it, Collins?
Let her try. We might be able to get to a phone.
Yeah, and be shot down in our tracks if they're still in the building.
Good one, Ferguson.
Right, Al, grab Ferguson, let's move.
Watch it!
Just keep
Where are you taking her?
For a little trip.
See you around, ladies.
Wait for your moment and look out for the 2 prison officers.
We've got 2 officers. Try anything and they're dead.
Jesus, me bloody leg!
Bloody locked.
Stand back. You are living on borrowed time.
Obviously, the cops have put little value on our hostage.
Must be good to know you're so expendable, eh, Ferguson?
Yeah, make yourself useful. Coffee's all round. Let's keep it that way. I've got enough problems already with it.
No, she doesn't deserve to die that easily.
You're right.
Rotten bitch, I'm all bloody scalded!
We can still make use of her. And then she's mine.
They're coming.
Hell, what's going to happen now?
Stay calm, all of you.
Go on, move back. Go on. That's what happens to troublemakers. Get it?
Joan! Joan, are you all right?
Well, she's alive at any rate.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, bad luck, more like it.
They're bumming up everywhere.
She's a hell of a crack. You give me a jump at Tammy, we need to put something under her head.
Oh, get stuff.
Pass it over.
Should we? We've got her where we want her. Let's finish her off.
Just like you, Kelly, isn't it? Kicking a dog when it's down.
Just taken after your example, Desmond. Didn't seem to worry you when she was having those blackouts.
Oh, for heaven's sake, aren't we in enough trouble without ganging up on one another?
Please, is there something we can cover her with? Nah, fresh out of cement.
Look, Mrs. B is right. The only way we're going to get out of this is if we stick together. That includes the freak.
It's nice to know you girls are having some fun. How's the head, Ferguson? Ready for a trip in the morning?
You can't take her out of here. She's badly injured.
She got off light.
Where to?
The police are escorting us to the airport. Ballinger insists you come along.
Whose idea was that?
Mine.
What if they don't go along with it?
Simple. If they're not here at 7, I shoot one of you at 8, 9, 10. How long do you think it'll take them to give in?
Desmond's right. Police will do anything to keep Ballinger locked up. She's valuable to them.
You reckon they'd sacrifice some of us just to save a fizz?
She's more than that. That lady's been running her own game. Yeah. Selling kids to sexual perverts for pleasure. You know, kids in porno movies. And worse.
And her acting squeaky clean all the time.
Dirty bitch. So that's why you bashed her.
I don't like people who ill-treat children any more than you do, Desmond. You know, we have got a chance of outsmarting them.
I don't need you on my team, Ferguson.
I want Ballinger.
Not as much as I do.
Now, I don't have to tell you how stupid the police are. They've refused my deal, so one of you has to die. If you want to blame someone, blame her. If she hadn't hit the alarm, we'd have been in and out and no one would have known about it until this morning.
Get it over with, then. I'm not going to grovel.
Don't worry. We're saving you for the main event.
All right, shoot. I mean it!
This weapon fires 1,000 rounds a minute. That's 15 rounds a second, which is how long it's going to take you to pull the trigger. And I'll waste 10 of you before I hit the ground.
Do it, Myra! Kill the bastard!
You can try it if you like. Thank you.
Are they kill that bitch?
No.
Then her!
No. Let us sweat. Let's see how strong she really is. You just volunteered, lady.
How long to go, Miss Ferguson?
40 minutes. What are you sucking up to her for? She can't help you now.
Lay off her, Kelly.
Save your breath, Desmond. Kelly will be an animal right to the end.
I reckon we ought to finish you right now, Ferguson. None of us would be in this mess if it wasn't for you.
Don't expect me to apologise for doing my job.
Oh? And I suppose getting us killed is part of your job, is it?
I couldn't change anything now, even if I wanted to.
Pity you didn't think of that before you hit the alarm.
Miss Ferguson was following procedure, that's all.
Please, knock it off. We're in this together, whether we like it or not. And another one of us will be out of it permanently in, say, 38 minutes.
Well, I reckon we ought to make them take the screws first. That'll give us a couple more hours.
You can forget that, Jenkins. Yeah, well, if they decide to blow me away, I know I'd be a lot happier if I took that bitch with me. No! I only want to...
All right, Ferguson, you're coming with us.
No, please, no more.
Don't worry, we're just taking her for a little ride.
And at the end?
Just do as you're told. Move.
Stupid little bastard.
I wouldn't have brought him except we needed all the manpower we could get. I should have killed that bitch when I had the chance.
Well, you didn't. Shut up. None of you are going to get away with this, you know.
You just keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. Otherwise...
Bang, bang, you're dead.
Come on, let's move.
It's here, right outside the door.
Just the driver?
That's all I can see.
You better hope there's no one out there playing silly buggers, Ferguson.
It's the difference. You're going to kill me sooner or later anyway.
Right, let's move out. Door's opening, they're coming out. Right, move. Come on, move. Right, you, out. Come on, come on.
Come on, mate, point that thing the other way, will you? I've got wife and kids.
Put your hands up against the bus. Come on, spread it. Check the bus out. Right, turn around. What's your name?
Ted. Ted Bennett.
What are you, Ted? State or federal?
Huh? I just work for the company. Oh, is that all there is? Just 4 of you? I thought there'd be more. I could have bought a car. Hell, no one told me about these guns.
As you're told, you won't get hurt.
4? What does he mean bloody 4? One of them's missing.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to help the lady. It's a bit hard to climb with her hands tied like
this.
this.
Just cut the crap and get in.
Tied her up.
Jesus. Tied her hands up. Of course they did. We should have thought of it.
Right, is everybody comfy?
Just move.
Sorry, it's just the habit.
Hey, good. How long's it going to take?
It's a fair old trip. It'll take about an hour.
Just keep your mouth shut and drive.
They're moving.
What about Ferguson? What if she's still tied up and can't get free?
Well, she's still tied up. She can't get free. That's it. She'll be caught in the crossfire. She won't have a bloody hope. Come on, let's move!
Anything?
Not that I can see.
They're around somewhere, aren't they, Ted?
Look, there's not going to be any shooting, is there? I mean...
Just cut the act, because it isn't working.
Where'd you learn to bloody drive?
Sorry, I'm just a bit nervous.
You're pushing your luck, Ted. Don't do it.
You okay there, lady?
Never mind about her.
You look a bit uncomfortable. Why don't you try moving side on?
Shut up.
Sorry.
Thanks anyway.
Just trying to help.
Can I tell you they're moving slowly? We think they've left someone behind. We don't want any more bloody shooting. And, by the way, try and keep the federal boys out, will you, at least until I get there? So far, so good. Just wish I knew I could count on Ferguson.
Right, that's better. Just hold it at that speed.
Yes, sir.
How long have you worked with Grace?
Grace? Grace who?
How much further?
Oh, I'm not sure. We're about halfway, I think.
Hey, what are you doing, lady, huh? Just sit still.
Come on, how much further? You said an hour. It's past that now.
Oh, I thought about an hour. I'm not sure.
Good on you, Ted. Keep playing for time, son.
Hey, that building. We passed it before.
Sure?
Yep.
Yeah, we've been driving around in bloody circles.
You bastard. You take us straight to the airport or I will kill you right now.
We are in trouble.
Your time is running out.
About 5 more minutes. Please, mate, don't hurt me.
That's
going to beg for us to.
God, lady, do it or she'll kill you.
She'd kill me anyway. Wonder if she'd be so brave if I had a gun too.
That's something you'll never know.
I wonder if that means what I think it means. I hope so. It'd have to, wouldn't it?
Okay, slow down. Just take it nice and easy.
Anything you say.
We made it. We actually got away with it.
We're not there yet. They're around here somewhere.
Looks clean.
Maybe. The plane could be full of cops.
Well, what do?
We go out.
You're not going to do anything, are you? Come on, mate. Let's go it.
Out.
Ready if you are.
Come on, lady, don't blow it now.
Hold it, lady! Don't make me shoot you!
There won't be any more deals. She'll rot in jail. She wants you to shoot her. You'll be doing her a favour. Joan,
You're frightened.
she's not bloody worth it.
You're frightened, you gutless
Don't do it,
bitch.
Joan.
You know I'll get you. Come on and make it good!
Put the gun down, Joan. She's not worth it.
Terry? Hi. Yeah, I'm all right, just a bit tired. No, I promise you I'm all right. I just need to have some sleep. All right, but we'll have takeaway, eh? No, but not for a couple of hours. Yeah, me too. See you later.
It's all right, I've called the fire brigade.
What about Joan?
The house is empty. I'm going in to save a few things.
She must be in there.
Oh, I banged on all the doors. It's all locked up.
I'm telling you, she is. Joan! Joan! You in there?
I'll step home. Let's go around.
Take it easy. And try to get up.
I'm all right.
We'd better get you to hospital anyway.
You've inhaled a lot of smoke, Joan.
I said I'm all right.
See a doctor.
There's nothing wrong with me. I just need a bit of air.
You all right?
I'm fine.
We managed to contain the fire in the kitchen. There's not much structural damage.
It's my house. Why don't you tell me?
Sorry.
What started it?
Well, it's hard to know exactly, but did you leave a power source on? Well, it might have been a short, but it seemed in one centralised area. So we'll have to call in the fire investigation team.
Joan, I want you to see a doctor.
There was no short.
How do you know?
I know. It was a deliberate attempt to kill me.
Take your things through to the bedroom. I'll put on some coffee.
Oh, no, look, I'll sleep here. This is quite comfortable.
Don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. Look, Terry, I shouldn't even be here. You're taking a risk just having me in the flat. Now, until this thing's settled one way or another, the more distance you keep between you and me, the better.
Now stop that. For a start, I think you're imagining all this about people trying to kill you.
Terry, I have just stopped Ruth Ballinger escaping and killed one of the men hired to help her. I'd hardly call that imagining.
But you don't know for sure if there's a connection. Now, even if it's true, you don't think I'd leave you to face it alone.
Terry, there's nothing you can do to help. It's too big.
I didn't do too badly this afternoon. Joan, if this is what you think it is, please don't shut me out.
Oh, don't you see that it just makes it all that much harder? I mean, if anything would have happened to you...
And what if it was the other way round? Would you turn your back on me?
No. All right, I'll talk to the people concerned and see if we can't work something out. What about that coffee?
Coming right up. Couldn't get a machine. Oh, I guess I must be walking in on something private.
Oh, I can go out to a call box.
No, go on. I won't listen.
Yeah.
Joan Ferguson.
Joan, how are things?
I think you might know.
I really didn't expect to hear from you again. I'm flattered you kept my number.
Someone set fire to my house.
I'm sorry to hear that. Frightening, the amount of vandalism goes on today.
The only thing you're sorry about is that I'm still alive. Now, we both know that you set it up on Ballinger's orders.
I think you're underestimating the amount of enemies you've made over the years, Joni. Surely you don't think Arnie and I are the only ones.
I'm not calling to play games, fellows. I'm calling to make you a deal. You once said that I could be very useful to you. You were right. And I still can.
Too bad you didn't take up the offer when I made it. I'm afraid it's been withdrawn now. Well, nothing personal, Joni. I hope you understand that. You see, my choice is either your neck or mine. Don't think I have to tell you which one it's going to be, do I?
More toast?
No, thanks.
I'm going shopping this morning. Why don't you take the day off and come with me? No one's going to mind, not after what's happened.
There'll be enough to do getting that prison back to normal.
Yes, but there are other officers.
Oh, that lot. I want the job done properly.
Why can't you just accept you're under a lot of pressure? You hardly slept last night. I heard you pacing around.
Look, Terry, I just... Oh!
I just wish you'd listen to me. You're a nervous wreck.
For God's sake, I only spilt the milk. Don't go on about it.
I heard you on the phone last night. It was Fellows on the other end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's also supposed to be private.
If he's involved, you must go to the police. You need protection.
What can they do? Arnie Ballinger is giving the orders, and he's got half the world in his pocket.
If Fellows knows you're being watched, there's every chance he'll back off. It's better than being a sitting duck, isn't it?
Looking for Inspector Grace?
Out, I'm afraid.
Any idea when he'll be back?
Heard about the fire. Bad luck.
Luck had nothing to do with it. That's why I'm here. The Ballingers have got a contract out on me.
Shouldn't think so. Accidents happen. Bound to with the pressure you've been under.
The only pressure I'm under is staying alive. I thought I might get some help from this place, but it looks like I was wrong.
Now, don't get unpleasant. It's being investigated.
Well, you might be interested to know I've already done a little investigating of my own. I've spoken to Fellows, and he as good as admitted it. They want me dead.
Well, we better look into it then.
Oh, yes, you do that. And in the meantime, I would like a police guard so that I'm still around when you've finished looking into it.
I would have had the manpower, but...
Oh, I see. Of course, I suppose if I were to get hold of a gun and accidentally shoot Fellows, you'd soon find the manpower to come looking for me then, wouldn't you?
We'll do what we can, all right?
What the hell did you think you were doing? Burning the bloody house down, for God's sake. Oh, what sort of plan is that? Any one of 100 things could go wrong, and obviously did.
We were unlucky.
Unlucky? You don't even have the sense to start the fire in the room she's in. Did you think the neighbours wouldn't notice? That nobody'd call the fire brigade? You just didn't bloody think at all, did you?
We were unlucky.
Stop saying that. You've been around long enough to know that it's the simple plans that work. Have someone walk up behind her in the street. Gun at the back of the head, bang. Done. No problems. No way to trace it back to us. Now she's gone underground, we don't even know where to start looking for her.
Yes, we do.
What?
She's staying with some friends of hers. Someone got her out the house. Name's, Terry Malone.
How long have you known that?
Oh, since yesterday. I followed her.
And you didn't tell me?
Oh, I told Spike to tell you.
You tell me. You know what's at stake here, don't you? You know Arnie Ballinger wants that woman dead or else?
Well, yeah.
Or else! He'll have my head and your head, and I'm not just making noises. You know as well as I do what happens when Arnie gets angry.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to get out and do as I told you. Only this time, do it right. One more foul up, and I'll personally cut you apart before Arnie gets a chance. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, go on, get out. And don't come back until Ferguson's dead.
Of course, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking that I owe you one for supposedly protecting me, hmm? Well, the fact is, I don't owe you lot anything. Don't you forget it.
You owe Myra for that overdose she tried on her.
Is that so? Well, I'll tell you what, Flynn. The next time I see her, I'll apologise in person, all right?
Like Mrs. Reynolds gives us that extra time out here because the garden needs doing. There's never any time for stuff like that.
I'm here to work, not talk. You get over there and do what you're supposed to do. I am going over there where I don't have to listen to you. Get down! I said get down!
You sure you didn't see where the shots came from?
No, I've told you. The first one missed me by inches. I took cover, the next two hit the barbecue, that's all I know. Now look, you've seen where they hit, surely you can tell what direction they came from.
We're working on it. The prisoner you were with. Know any reason someone might want to get her?
Her? I've already told you, it's me they're after.
We have to look at every possibility.
What does it take to convince you? For God's sake, it's the second attempt in 2 days. Arnie Ballinger wants me dead. It's as simple as that.
We can't say for sure the two incidents are related.
We'll have to talk to his wife, see what we can get out of her.
Well, why don't you just pick up Lionel Fellows? He's their top man here. He does all the arranging for them.
That's easier said than done.
Oh, I see. Got friends, has he?
No need for that. We all want to see him behind bars, but we can't move against him until we've got absolute proof.
Well, I will give you the proof. I will testify against him. I'll say anything you want me to say.
When the time's right, he'll slip up sooner or later. We'll get him then.
Yeah. And what happens to me in the meantime?
We'll give you all the protection we can. Now, let's get you home, right?
Don't worry. We'll see you all right.
Yeah. Look, I'll meet you in reception. I've got to make a phone call.
Right.
Hello, Blackmore Detention Centre.
Oh, yes. Hello, is Cynthia Leach there, please?
Speaking.
Well, I should have recognised that voice. It's Joan Ferguson.
Joan? How are you keeping?
Well, I've been better. Listen, I need a favour. Do you have much access to Ruth Ballinger?
Oh, yes, I haven't been near it any more than I can help, though. I like the smell.
I know what you mean. Listen, Cynthia, this is really important. It's life and death, if you know what I mean. Do you think you can help me?
Anything for a friend. What do you want me to do?
Shh, what happened?
Mum, I let Gary from next door. I let him borrow the car to pick up Tina before I went back to work, and when he turned the key in...
Where is she?
You've got eyes.
Miss Malone, I know this must be a shock.
Shock! It could have been her, not her neighbour. God, how many more people have got to get hurt before you lot do something about Ballinger and his mob?
Till the cause of the fire has been properly investigated, we won't be laying charges against anyone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a statement
And
from
we need protection. Now you start providing it, or I will kick up such a stink you're going to be sorry you ever met me.
You know I'd do anything to help a mate, but...
Look, I wouldn't have involved you if I didn't have to.
One of Fellow's things could be watching us right now. I've got problems of my own. I can't afford to make any slips.
Come on, Cynthia.
Well, what about the cops? Can't they do anything?
For God's sake, we're talking about Arnie Ballinger. There's a way I can get him off my back.
What's this?
It's a photocopy of the file on Ruth Ballinger's child porn racket. You show that to the women at Blackmore, and she is as good as dead. Then I tell Fellows to leave off, or Arnie Ballinger is a widower.
I think you're doing him a favour. She's been a bit of a problem to him lately.
Then I'll just have to count on the fact that he wants her alive. It's the only chance I've got.
What do you want me to do?
For the moment, just stir the women into giving her a bit of a bashing. I'll take it from there.
I don't know, Joan.
Oh, come on, Cynthia. Look, I'll make it worth your while. Please.
Fellows, look, you're wasting your time and mine. There's nothing I can do to stop Ballinger's orders, so do us both a favour and make this the last communication, OK?
Wait. Now, you listen, Fellows. You can't afford not to.
All right, spit it out.
I have lined Ruth Ballinger up for trouble. Now, if you don't call off your trigger-happy friends, you're going to be responsible for her death, too.
Oh, crap.
And I'll make sure that Arnie Ballinger knows it.
It won't work, Ferguson.
Joan! I've been so worried. What are you doing in here, anyway?
Oh, I phoned to speak to you, and they asked me to stand in for Morris.
Well, at least you're safe in here. I've been expecting that those animals will try to get to you again.
Yeah. What about you? You all right now?
When I don't think about it, I've rung the hospital and all they say is Gary is as well as can be expected.
At least he's still alive.
I'm so scared. For both of us. We just can't go home tonight.
Yeah, well, we're not. Look, I've been thinking about it, Terry, and I want you to go to your parents' place. They won't trace you there.
And what about you?
Well, the police have finally decided that I'm worth protecting. They've realised they need me as a witness to Ballinger's escape attempt. Oh, come on. Hey, everything is going to be all right. They're not going to hurt us anymore. I'll see to that. I only wish that I had shot Ruth Ballinger when I had the opportunity. Would have saved everybody a hell of a lot of trouble.
Wouldn't have solved anything.
It would for me.
Did you get that message?
What message?
From Cynthia? What was it? She said she thought you'd like to know that her cousin's been taken seriously ill and be spending a few days in hospital.
Oh, thanks.
Well, well, if it isn't the lady herself.
Do I sit or do I stand?
Sit by all means. So, looks like I should have believed you. I hear Ruthie's got a sore head.
I'm not the kind to make idle threats.
Me neither, lady. Which makes me wonder what you're doing here.
Maybe she wants to make it a bit easier for us, boss.
For you, she'd have to. Now shut up, Brucey.
I'm here to make a deal.
You're in no position to make any deals, Ferguson. He's right. Nothing to stop me taking care of you here and now.
Anything happens to me, she's dead. And where does that leave you? You call off the contract, and Ballinger can have that for his wife's solicitor. They'll have a much better chance of getting her out if they know what the prosecution's basing its case on.
You know, you and me could go places, Ferguson. Okay, I'll put it to Arnie. I can't do better than that. Stay by the phone, I'll let you know. You know, the offer still stands if you're ever looking for a job.
Who is it?
Detective Murray Cram, Miss Ferguson, Russell Street. Oh, sorry if I scared you.
It's all right. What can I do for you?
Just letting you know we've got watchers all around the house, so don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I saw the car outside.
Made a bit of a mess in here.
Left their mark in more ways than one.
Yes. Right, well, better get back.
Look, I'm sorry I can't offer you a cup of coffee. The power doesn't seem to be up to it at the moment.
Yes, I can see that. Listen, if you're feeling like a cup or a bite to eat, there's a place up the road. On me.
No. Thanks anyway. Waiting for a phone call.
Right. Well, don't you worry. No one's going to get near this place without us knowing.
Ferguson?
This is your lucky day, Ferguson. Arnie's agreed to your terms.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I bet you do. Good on you, love. See you around.
Under the wheels of that car.
Morning.
Morning. You look cheerful. Good news?
Oh, you might say that.
Time I went and got Nora. Oh, one more thing before I go. Did either of you happen to use that file the feds left on Ballinger's pornography records?
No?
Me neither. Oh, is it missing? No, it was rather messed around, that's all. Don't worry about it. Just seemed a bit strange.
What the hell's going on here?
Sorry, Miss Ferguson. We were taking 2 minutes in memory of Myra.
You might know some of these. Who starred in the 1942 Hollywood version of Dracula and the Monster from the Deep?
I have no idea.
Oh, I didn't mean that you... it's for the quiz, the general knowledge class?
Yep. Right. Thank you.
Miss Ferguson?
Oh.
Any word from the union yet?
About what?
About taking Julie Egbert to see her dying mother.
Oh, I wouldn't expect we'd hear so soon. The executive meeting isn't until tonight, Governor. I doubt whether it's the top item on the agenda.
Are you telling me the union doesn't see this item as important?
Well, when it's a question of security, the union does have a responsibility to protect the public.
Protect its backside, you mean? I don't understand you, Miss Ferguson. When you've had family problems, people have bent over backwards to help.
Then I'm not a convicted criminal.
No, but as far as I can tell, you're a human being. Julie Egbert isn't asking for any more than you did.
I suppose the difference is being an irresponsible citizen as compared with being a responsible one.
One can only imagine what your father would have thought if he could have seen how you were treating the poor girl.
Mr. Chaucer, Senior Officer Joan Ferguson. I'm the union rep here.
Nice to meet you, I'm sure.
Look, I was hoping to have a word with you about this Egbert business.
That union of yours is causing us quite a few headaches over that, Miss...
Ferguson. Now, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Speaking for the membership here, we're a little concerned that the Governor is going out of her way to aggravate the situation.
Oh? And how might that be?
Well, she seems determined to back a prisoner over her own officers. Now, I don't have to tell you what that can do to morale, not to mention discipline.
And what do you propose that we do about it, Not send the Governor packing, surely?
Oh, no, of course not. But I mean, bringing in people like the Human Rights Commissioner, it hardly helps things, does it? Perhaps
I'm sure
if we...
Mr. Chaucer would agree. Any attempt to solve the dispute more quickly would be a step in the right direction.
Oh, of course, yes, I couldn't agree more.
That's why I referred the matter to the Ombudsman's office via the Human Rights Commission, as Miss Ferguson so correctly pointed out.
Damn good thinking, too. No, we've got the channels. Let's use them. I must go. I appreciate the concern, Miss Ferguson, but I'm sure that Mrs. Reynolds is more than up to the situation. See you soon, I hope.
Don't you ever try that again.
Try what?
You know exactly what I mean. Perhaps I can't stop you playing your little power games, but I do expect you to observe departmental regulations and not treat me or the women as pawns.
Mr. Chaucer has a right to know what's going on.
From me. Being union rep doesn't give you carte blanche to go over my head every time my back is turned.
It is my duty to protect...
It's your duty to do the job you're paid to do without interfering with mine. In future, remember that.
pushing your luck, aren't you, Egbert? I mean, you've caused quite enough trouble as it is.
Leave her alone, Ferguson. You've made your point.
Ah, yes, the new top dog. It's all over the prison. Quite a joke, really.
We don't think so.
Beecham, I have seen many top dogs in my time, and believe me, this one is the runt of the litter.
I'm not Myra or B. Smith. I'm not trying to be.
Pity. I enjoyed a challenge.
All-out war doesn't help anyone.
You've been watching too many news reports, Flynn.
You're wasting your breath, love.
You've got brains, Miss Ferguson. Think about it. You lay off us, and we won't make trouble for you. That's going to look good on all our records.